Have you ever considered going on a mission trip, especially one that is outside of the country? Missionary Jim Elliot said, "He is no fool who gives what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose." Evangelist Billy Graham said, "God has given us two hands, one to receive with and one to give with." Evangelist Billy Graham also said, "The will of God will not take us where the grace of God cannot sustain us." There is a lot to do to prepare for a mission trip, especially one that is outside of the country, but it is well worth your time and your effort. We're going to look at a couple of steps that you'll need to take to prepare for a mission trip. The first step you will need to consider is whether the mission trip will be domestic or international. There are multiple choices to choose from. You could go with your home church, a local missions ministry, out-of-state ministry, or an international ministry. Overseas missions can be a short-term, which is up to a year, or long-term, which is indefinitely. You can also do an evangelistic crusade or needs-based missions. If you choose to do international missions trip, there are some extra steps you'll need to take to prepare to go on the trip, such as getting a passport and a visa. You can use the United States Postal Service website for information on how to prepare and complete the passport application. You'll want to begin early. You'll need to fill out the application, have your passport photo taken, find out what fees to expect to pay for the passport, and then you'll need to find a local post office to complete the passport process. You will also need to fill out the visa application. You'll need to research the vaccinations needed to go into the country you're going to. You can use the Center for Disease Control and Prevention website to find out the information on the vaccines you may need. Some vaccines are required, some are only recommended. Some are only one shot or a pill, such as typhoid. Others can have multiple shots or pills spread out through a period of time, like hepatitis A or hepatitis B. So you'll want to make sure that you set up an appointment with plenty of time before your trip. The last step that we will look at today is fundraising. Fundraising is very important for your mission trip so that the people around you can support you and be a part of what you're doing. There are a variety of fundraisers to choose from. The list can go on and on. When I went to Mexico with my youth group in 2000, the fundraising that we did was selling suckers, garage selling, and cleaning the houses of some of the church members. Currently, I'm preparing to go to Tanzania, Africa in July of 2019. And so far we've done a t-shirt sale, a candle fundraiser, and we're preparing for a craft night. We're also talked about Christmas wrapping for the church members and baking goods for fundraising for the holidays. The process of preparing for a mission trip can be quite the task and lengthy. There is much work to be done in preparing for a mission trip, but it is well worth it in order to get to your destination and experience the life-changing adventure.